We have historically depended on Bible colleges and seminaries to train missionaries. They have served us well and continue to be a force in producing qualified missionaries. But ultimately, the responsibility for making sure that missionaries are trained belongs to the local church. Here are 5 reasons for this. Number 1 is because this mandate to make disciples and therefore training was given to the church. Although agencies and institutions stand ready to be of help to local churches, the mandate to make disciples of all nations is given to the local church and not a mission agency or school. A mission agency may be uniquely equipped to help in areas like cultural adaptation, language learning, and support raising, but the long-term relationship and equipping that a local church can have in the spiritual life of a missionary candidate will prove itself to be invaluable. A second reason for the local church owning the training of missionaries is because it is seen as an early pattern set forth in the New Testament. Training can take place in formal, informal, and impromptu settings as illustrated by the way Jesus did it. In Acts 2, it says that the church devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching. Ephesians 4, 11 and 12 says that the training is a core part of a pastor's job description. A third motivation is because equipping saints should be a core value of any church. One of the core values of BMW is the centrality of the local church and thus the training of its servants. But also another core value for any believer should be lifelong learning. So the whole concept of equipping training is not just completing a college or seminary, but it continues throughout the lifetime of the missionary. A fourth consideration is that training servants at home, the first mission field, is no more than people training people to serve. The local church is the very best training ground for any kind of ministry in God's harvest field. Getting on a plane and going across the body of water does not make a person a missionary any more than eating spaghetti makes a person Italian. The pattern for servant leadership is best observed within the local church that a person serves in, within a local culture. Then it becomes more easily transferable to the mission field. The last reason for local churches taking on the role of training missionaries is because on-the-job training is best carried out in real life and caring environments. What an awesome and powerful thing it can be when a missionary prepares for Christian service in a local church where they are safe and loved by those who have vested interest. A rewarding relationship can be shared as the pastor and leadership invest in future missionaries and observe their progress in serving. So while a local church can outsource training to institutions, the local church is still God's design for producing Christian workers.